Hey, good afternoon and welcome. My name is Sandra. My channel is called Sussex Sandra and welcome. How are we all doing? Are we all doing all right? Yeah? You sure? What are you all up to? Are you all enjoying yourselves? It's midweek. Are we all okay? Work going okay? Home going okay? Family all right? Yeah? Okay. That's what I'd like to hear. If things aren't going well, then you know what? Do what you need to do to get through it, because there's always sunlight at the other side. Always sunlight on the other side. It might be a little bit bumpy along the way, but there's always sunlight on the other side. All right? So keep your strength up. You will be all right. That's a mantra I always tell myself because because sometimes I really do need to tell myself these things. All right, okay. So today I'm doing something slightly different. I'm finally getting around to starting my declutter. Yeah, I've been talking about doing a declutter for over a year, and I've got so much stuff, I just didn't know where to start or how to start. So what I've decided to do is to go through my brands, do it by brands at the moment, and I think that way I might be able to start working through just some of my products. So for those of you who have followed me on my channel for a few years, you know that what I do is when I receive a lot of products from a particular brand, I start to just put things into a box, and the boxes I use tend to be my beauty boxes, particularly GLOSSYBOX and Look Fantastic, because they were the ones that used to provide boxes in nice themed boxes. Look Fantastic don't do that anymore, unfortunately. Now we just get things in a recycled sort of brown box, and that's it. It's not as fun anymore. GLOSSYBOX, we still occasionally get themed boxes, but we still do get the pink boxes. So back when Look Fantastic used to give us sort of themed boxes and every month was a different coloured box, I would put sort of makeup in them. So for example, this is a Look Fantastic box from way back when, and what I used to do is label the box with a particular brand, and then I would put any of my branded products inside that box. So in this case, in this box, this is a Laura Geller box, and inside this box I have got a hell of a lot of stuff. So in this box, do you remember when Look Fantastic we used to get our beauty boxes and they used to have an inscription on the inside? So in the inside of this one, it says, individually we are one drop, together we are an ocean. Yeah, okay. Should we get with that? So inside this box is a whole load of Laura Geller. Look at all of that. So a lot of these Laura Geller products, actually I think all of them to be honest, probably one or two things, but most of the products I would have purchased from QVC. So QVC UK used to be really good at doing makeup kits, or as today's special values. So today's special value would be something where they would have a product or a brand or whatever, just a product or a kit or whatever, and it would be sold within a 24-hour period at a much reduced price from what it would be normally. And it doesn't matter where you look online, it's going to be a lot cheaper. So online in retail shops it's just going to be a lot cheaper. So for example, I've done things like I've bought a vacuum cleaner. Let me think of a brand. For example, a Shark vacuum cleaner. Say that Shark vacuum cleaner is being sold in, I don't know, Curry's, AO, wherever, all those different places, and it's being sold for say £250. QVC for that 24-hour period would be selling it for say £150. So that would be like, in that period, if you want to buy it, go in and buy it. And then they usually don't just sell the vacuum cleaner, they'll have extra things on top of it as well. So they'll put a guarantee in, or they'll put extra attachments and things in to make it a really good value bundle, which you can buy for that 24-hour period. After that 24-hour period, it'll go back up to normal retail price or whatever price QVC is selling the product for before. So QVC used to do lots of brands with makeup kits, and in this case Laura Geller. Laura Geller used to be a very popular brand on QVC. I don't know if they still do it because I haven't really been watching QVC that much. Basically because I get so much stuff from my Ipsy American boxes now, so I haven't really relied on QVC for my makeup products anymore. But when I sort of started on my makeup journey, it was QVC that I started out with, and then I started branching out, looking online, beauty box subscriptions, and that introduced me to a whole new world. Right, so most of this makeup products which I've got from Laura Geller, I would have got from QVC, and I've got many videos on my channel where I have shown a today's special value from Laura Geller. So I'll put little links up here so you will see some of the previous videos I've done. I think some of the videos I've done with Laura Geller, they've done pretty well actually, because I think it's still a very popular brand, and I'm not sure where I heard it, and I think it's because I've heard it somewhere, but it seems like Laura Geller seems to be going a bit viral at the moment. The Balance and Brighten, which is the foundation. So what I was going to do today is just go through my kit, look at the products I've got, look at the products that are expired, out of date, dried up, and just throw things away. I'm gonna try and be as ruthless as possible and just clear my stuff out, and I'm gonna try not to keep a lot of things. So as you can see, my face is bare. The only thing I've got on is my obviously I've washed my face, but it's obviously just my sort of serums. What did I do? I did my Murad Hydro Mist, I did a vitamin C serum, and then I went in with the Murad, what do they call it, something shield, but it's like SPF 30 moisturizer with SPF 30 in it. So that's what I've got on. And then I quickly did my brows. So what I've got on my brows, I just use one product, which is, let me show it to you, I just use this from Benefit Brow Styler. So I just use that, and with this you've got a sort of waxy sort of pencil at the end. I'm shade 5 in Benefit, and then the other end they've got a pencil. So I do that. And did I put on a brow gel? I think I did put on a little bit of a brow gel, which would have been this one, which was the Tarte Busy Gal Brows. So I've got that. I will do a Tarte Declutter as well at some point, but I'm going to start off with the Laura Geller. Then I've got a Colourpop box here as well, so I'll do that, and then I'll probably do a Tarte one at some point. I've got a few brands, so there's a few things I do need to go through. All right, so shall we start? So I haven't got anything. What's this? Right, it's just a text message. Right, so I'm gonna, if products are okay, if they're still okay to use, I'm gonna put them on. So I haven't got a primer on as yet, so I'm gonna have a look and see what primers I've got in here, because I can see I have got some primers in here. So Laura Geller has always called her primers spackle, which is the American term for almost like polyfiller. It's like a primer, so they called it spackle. And I think Laura Geller was like the first, sort of one of the first brands to even talk about using a primer before applying foundations. So I've got various ones here. So I have got a spackle moisturizing under makeup primer. Look at the state of that. Look at the state of that. And there's still products in here. Let me see what kind of condition it is. Okay. Looks like it's still alright, but am I going to keep it? I don't know. So let me do that. I've also got a spackle mattifying one, which is probably one I am going to use if there's still stuff in here. Oops. Be dropping stuff straight away. I always drop something in every video. Oh, so this one is got a tint. Oh, why has it got a tint? It's like, can you see it? It's got a colour to it. Okay, it's definitely mattifying, and it's not giving a colour. Okay, I was wondering if there was a reason why I hadn't used it. So I might put that on actually. Then what else have I got in here? I've also got another under makeup primer. Is that the same thing? Okay, no, this looks like that's the original. This is an extra hydrating one. The hydrating one is still showing up on my skin, but you can see that it's giving a little bit of dew. Oh, this one's not even opened. It's completely sealed. Right, okay, so that's brand new. And this is the original, so I'm definitely going to keep that. and this one. This is a smaller version of the hydrating one. Looks like I've used the hydrating ones quite a lot because they're both absolutely manky. Right. What kind of condition is that in? Yeah, it looks fine. It's not, I don't know, I think I'm kind of expecting it to sort of separate, curdle almost, but it seems to be coming out all right. Have I got any others in here? Oh God, there's another one here. How many of these have I got? And then I've got a tinted one here. So this obviously came in a kit. So this is a tinted under makeup primer in ethereal. What kind of colour is that? Was that the original colour? Whatever it is, I don't think I'll be using it. So I think this is definitely going to be going in the trash. It looks horrid. It looks horrid. Right, so that's the colour of it. I have no idea how old it is. Oh my lord. It's got a kind of goldy, oh dear. It's one of those products that's going to give a glow, but I got a feeling this is so old that, I mean, the packaging, that can't be right, can it? I would love to know what the original colouring of this is, but that don't look right. So I'm definitely going to be throwing that away, because I know I ain't going to be using anything which is going to give a glow. So I'm throwing that away. Right, so let's put these over here. Throwing that away. I am going to... There's no dates on these. I'm just having a look. I mean, it says here, once opened, I think that says used within 30 months. Does that say 30 months? 12 months? I don't know what that says. What does that say? Can you see? But I know I've had it for a lot longer than whatever that says, and it's been open. I'm still going to use it though. I'm going to keep this one and throw away the smaller one of the hydrating one. And this is brand new, so I'm going to keep that. This is the original one. I'm going to keep that because I remember her primer was good. And the oil control one I'm definitely keeping. Does that sound fair? So not as ruthless as I could have been, but I'm throwing these two away. Right, so let's put that in my what's in my trash bag. And I am going to put on the oil control one. Hopefully it's going to be all right on my face. If I break out, you'll know why, because I'm using old products on my face. Okay. It's giving it almost, when I put it on, it's giving it almost smooth feel. It's like the silicone ones actually, but it just feels better than the silicone ones. But you can see how it's definitely mattified my face immediately. I prefer this than the sort of silicone ones like the Smashbox one. I really don't like that. I know everybody loves that one, but I really don't like it at all. Because what that does, I put it on and it kind of blurs my makeup. It looks great for like a good hour. So if I want to take photographs, that's the time to do it. Then after that, my face just breaks out in oil. This is just, it's definitely giving powdery grey matte, isn't it? Definitely giving that. Yep, okay. So there we go. So we've got that. I feel like I need to have a concealer. Have I got a concealer in here? Let's have a look. What's this? This is oh, that's mascara. That's going to be thrown away. Oh, there is a concealer here. I remember this concealer. Right, so there is the Real Deal concealer, serious coverage, and this is in the shade Deep. I remember this was like full coverage. So I'm gonna see what this is like now. God, it's so thick it's not even coming out. Let me see if I can find my concealer brush. Okay. This stuff is not coming out. Okay, so it's starting to come out, and you can, I don't know if you can see how thick it is. Right, let's put this on. I've got a tiny amount on, and if I remember, it's really full coverage, and a little bit goes a long way. One thing I've noticed, as I've got older, my skin has got darker, so it's going to be interesting to see how I get on with the foundation, because I know originally I used to use the what do you call it, the deep, which used to be just the darkest shade that Laura Geller had in the foundation. You see how this concealer is really full coverage, so I'm just putting it all around my eyes as well. And then I got the toffee, and the toffee was just sort of, I got the toffee a few years after I got the deep, and I found that the toffee was actually a better match for my skin tone. But I will show you that. Okay, so that's the concealer, and you can see that's definitely full coverage, and you can see how it's gone on my eyes, looking a bit raccoonish, but it's definitely full coverage, so I think I'm keeping that. What I used to like about the Laura Geller Balance and Brighten, it was great for summer because it gave a coverage, but it wasn't heavy coverage, and it just worked well for summer. If you just wanted a blended, even toned look, I found the Laura Geller Balance and Brighten really good for that. So let me show you the foundations I've got. Right, so I have got, I'm just having a quick look to see what I've got here. Yeah, so I have got two sizes here. So this is one of the things that used to be quite exclusive to QVC. They used to do these supersized ones. So this is the normal sized one. And I know that I have gone through to pan of the normal size one in the shade Deep, and this is a replacement, and this is in the shade Toffee, which is the darkest shade. I don't know if this is still the case. They might have created deeper shades now, but when I purchased this stuff a few years back, Toffee was the deepest shade, and that was introduced quite a bit later. So that's what Toffee looked like. And then this was the original colour that used to be available, which was Deep. And you can see the size difference. See the size difference. So that's the original size, and this is about 30 odd pounds, I would say. You can still available, Laura Geller website. There's a few sites in the UK, places where you can buy it. I know Debenhams, even though the department store bricks and mortars have shut down, but I think they're still available online. And I remember Debenhams used to sell Laura Geller, but I'm sure you can find it online where you can find Laura Geller, if not QVC itself. So that's the Toffee, and that's the Deep. Yep, and you can see the size difference. So I am going to, let me show you what the Deep looks like on me. So let me find a brush. Now I remember I used to use sort of fairly sort of buffing style brushes, so brushes like this, which are kind of lightly fluffy, kabuki style brushes. Oh, what are they called? I can't remember what they're called. The ones that do the buffing brushes, begins with R. Why can't I remember? Oh, my poor brain. My brain is not good these days. Not Revolution. Real Techniques, that's it. Real Techniques do a great buffing brush, very affordable, which is great to use for these kind of products and for powder products overall. So I'm just going to do the Deep on this side so you can see what the colour looks like. And then how you use it, you just go like that, and then you just put it on your face. So if I bring you in, you can see how it works. And you don't need a lot, you just do a little bit and boom, your face is done. Yeah, so that's how the Deep looks. and you can see it's just evened up my skin. It's just blended in, and that's the thing about this. It's, even though it's deep, it looks like it's got quite a lot of light marbled colours in it. It actually works on quite a lot of dark, deep skin shades. Don't know how it works, but all these little mixtures of colours, it can just blend it in, and it'll just make your skin work. So it covers quite a few shades. Right, so that's how the deep looks on me. And you can see that's a decent coverage. That looks alright, doesn't it? And then let me show you the toffee. So I'm going to use a Tarte brush here. Good old Tarte. Tarte are really good for brushes. Did you all see the Instagram post I did? They've got their custom thing going on at the moment, Tarte. 7 products for £75, which it made me think twice. I was like, you know what, I'm not doing that. £75 is a lot. Oh, is that the window cleaner? I think the window cleaner is just pulling up. Right, so wait a minute, got to get the door. Right, so I have done both sides of my face. So this side was the darker shade Toffee. That's how it looks. And then this side is the deep. What do we think? There's not much difference in shades. What I would say is that I still prefer the Toffee because it gives a little bit more depth and warmth, whereas this side is very cool, almost not quite ashy, but it's really, really close. I would wear both, no problems at all, but I think Toffee looks better. But have a look at the coverage. You see the coverage? You see how the coverage is just a light coverage? It's not heavy. It just covers my face. Well, evens it all up. Doesn't look like I've got a whole lot of heavy makeup on. It just looks like I've got decent skin. Looks like I've got makeup on, but it's just nice. You know, it's not, don't look heavy. That's how I think it looks, but you tell me what you think. So that's why I used to really like wearing Laura Geller, particularly in the summer, and I forgot I had these. So you know what, I think I'm glad I'm doing this now, because it's just reminded me how good these two products were. So I'm gonna keep both. I'm supposed to be decluttering, but I'm gonna keep both, even though I really like the Toffee. It's just because the super sizes are so big, and I don't know how many years I've had these. It's got to be, I'm ashamed to say, it's got to be at least 4 years, 5 years. I wouldn't be surprised. I need to go back and have a look at my old videos, because I'm sure I would have done a video when I received these. And I wouldn't be surprised if they go back to 2019, 2020, God, even 2018. Oh God, that'll be 6 years. That's embarrassing. But they still work. I'm not ashamed to say that I keep old makeup. It's not like I declutter all the time. Yeah, I think these look good, so I am keeping both of those. Don't care what you say, I'm keeping both of those. Right, have I got any eyeshadows? If I remember correctly, Laura Geller eyeshadows were not great. So I think I've got a couple here. Let's have a look. What's this supposed to be? That's a highlighter. This was an eyeshadow. Yeah, that's it. This is the only one I've got which calls itself an eyeshadow. Very neutral, very boring, not my thing at all. So it's called Laura Geller Bait Shadow Honey and Sable. Very, very boring. I will be throwing these away, but I'll just show you what the colours are like. I just don't do that kind of boring. It doesn't work for me. and that's not doing anything at all. This was the dark colour. Let's put it on again so you can see. And then this is the, yeah, not doing anything for me at all. So more than happy to throw those away. So I need an eyeshadow. Right, let's put something on. I tell you what I found the other day, which again, something I've hardly used. And it's like, why did I buy this? I think I bought it because it just looks so good. And again, I've probably bought this a few years ago as well. You can see I've just been going through my stuff. This is from Dior. I bought a Dior palette. I don't know how many years ago I bought this, and I haven't really used it. So it's Dior 5 Claws Splendor, and I remember they had them in different shades, so different collections. Don't know how much this costs. Don't even know if it's still around. I mean, the packaging and everything, but it's Dior, so you know it's got to be good. This is what it looks like, and those are the colours. So I think those colours would work well for me today. I think that, oopsie daisy. There you go, that's my daily drop. I think those colours will work well for me today. So I'm just going to put these on and I'll speed through this, yeah? Right, let's do this. Right, okay, eyes are done. Just a light look, that's fine. Again, working day sort of look, this looks fine. Right, let's see if I had any eyeliners, but to be honest, if I've got any eyeliners in here, I'm probably going to be throwing them away. So let's have a look and see what I've got. That looks like an eyeliner. So we've got an incredible waterproof gel eyeliner. So there's one. What else is in here? What's this? This is another eyeliner. Okay, got a couple in here. This one's got no lid. It looks completely broken. What's this? Right, okay, so it looks like I've got 4 eyeliners here. So there's one here which is completely broken, no lid, not sure what's happened there. And these were the Laura Geller Incredible waterproof gel pencil, and this was in Blue Moon, no lid. Let's have a look and see what the colour was like. I'm not going to use it. Right, so it was a blue, but this is incredibly old, no lid, so in the bin it goes. Then we've got one here, same thing, incredible, and it's a brown-eyed girl. This one has got a lid, so we've got the colour at one end, and then this end, what's this? Oh, this end was a sharpener, maybe? I think that's supposed to be like a sharpener. Let's see what the brown was like. Looks like I did use it, but not much. Okay, it's very creamy. Okay. And this one, same thing, but it's black. Right, looks like it's also been used. Very creamy and very black. Okay, and then we've got a, this is a Kajal Longwear eyeliner, Twilight Coal. Oh, that looks very thick, doesn't it? God, what are you supposed to do with that? Oh, don't know about that. That's just grey. Is it supposed to be grey? Twilight Coal. Well, that's supposed to be the colour. I have no use for that, so that's definitely being thrown. Right, I've just thrown the lid away to the black one. I think I am going to, well, let me try the brown one, see if the brown one shows up first. So I'm going to try the brown one. It does show up, but it's not doing anything for me, I would say. I don't think it's doing anything for me at all. Let me try it on the bottom. Yeah, it shows up but it's not doing anything. I think I'm going to throw this one away. Right, let's do the black. The black should show up nicely. I must say they're very creamy. You don't need to put any pressure on this at all. Okay, that shows up nicely. And I tell you what's nice about it, because it's so creamy. If your eyelids are dry, which they do tend to get as we get older, they get more dry, they get more crinkly. This is good because it seems to just go over quite easily, smoothly, even on the dry eyelids. Yeah, I think that shows up quite well actually. You can see the difference on each eye? Yep, so I'm just going to do the other one. Yeah, I think that works really well actually. So I am definitely keeping that. Yep, I'm keeping that. Again, don't know how old it is, but I'm keeping it. That's alright. Okay, that's cool. Let's have a look and see mascara. It looks like I have got a couple of mascara things, sort of things going on here. What's this? Oh, this is like a buffing brush. I could have used that for the powder. Right, I'll give that a wash and I'll keep that. I'm not throwing much away here, am I? Mascara, what's this? So that's a mascara. What's this? I don't know what this is, but okay. We've got one mascara. I'm not keeping it. I do remember that it was actually alright. So it's the Glam Lash Dramatic Volumizing Mascara. Again, I don't know if they still do this because brands always come out with different mascaras every few years. But I remember this was quite a decent one. But again, I'm throwing this away because it's been open. It feels as dry as hell. But that's what the brush was like. I'm throwing that away. Alright, so let's put on a mascara. Got the old Pat McGrath here. This is the it's KVD, sorry. KVD full sleeve mascara. So I'll put this one on, back in a sec. Right, okay. Right, mascara done. Right, what do we need now? There clearly isn't going to be any bronzers, so I'm going to do a quick bronzer. Just going to be using the Liss Beauty bronzer, which I've got here. Right, a little bit of bronzer on, not too much, just enough, just to bit more additional warmth to my face. Okay, how are we looking? Foundation settling in nicely, isn't it? You see how it looks good? Right, then we've got some blushes here. I have actually got a few blushes going on here. So we have got the Laura Geller blushes are called Blush and Brighten. So I've got one here called Berry. And I remember I did used to use this one quite a lot, as you can probably tell. So there's that one there. Then we've got Blush and Brighten in Pink Grapefruit. And I think this one was more almost like a highlighter on me. Then we've got one here called, then we've got Cherry Custard. That's quite woohoo. And then we've one here called Fruit Punch. Oh wow, I must admit I know I have used quite successfully the berry, so I'm going to keep that. I am thinking the Pink Grapefruit, I think this is more like a highlighter for me, so I'm tempted just to throw this one away. Yeah, it's more like a highlighter on me, can you see that? So I think I'm going to throw that one away because I don't need it. The berry, I'll show you what the berry looks like. So that's quite good for just it gives a bit of colour, but it also gives a little bit of highlight. So that's not bad. I don't remember what these ones are like. So this is Fruit Punch. Let's see what Fruit Punch is like. That's quite a fun colour actually. That's quite fun. I think I'm going to keep that. And then we've got the cherry custard, which I think I remember wearing this. I think very similar to the fruit punch. Yeah, I like both of those. I'm going to put the cherry custard on. Right, so let's do that. Okay. I'm just thinking I could have put on a bit of colour corrector around my mouth because I can see some of my natural skin colour sort of peeking through around here. Or I could have just put on more of the foundation around there. Okay, I think that's enough. Yeah, I think that's enough. Yep. Right, so keeping those. Right, so I'm keeping 3 blushes. Right, what else do we need? Haven't got a lip liner. I've got various lip colours going on here. I think this is a lip product. I'm not sure. Oh, it is. It's a lip product. That looks very, very standard TSV kind of colour that's supposed to be universal for everybody. Let me just show you what this colour looks like. It's alright, it's fine, texture's fine, it's creamy, it's nice enough. It would actually go quite well with what I've got going on here today. So it's also very old, so I made me think about that. Then I've also got here, we've got some moisturising lip crayons here. So these are called moisturising lip crayons. This is in shade Love Me Dew. It's just a red. Yikes, that's a proper red, isn't it? Ooh, that's a deep red, if I want to go down that route. Not sure about that. Then this is an even brighter red. This is in shade, it's called Love Me Dew too. Oh no, I see. Right. The colours are, so this is the lip crayons, they're the Love Me Dew range, and the first one was Plum Freeze. Can you see that? That's Plum Freeze, so that's that colour there. This colour is, it looks like it was cranberry, it's faded, so this is obviously very old. This is cranberry. They're good. They're good colours, you know what I mean? They're proper solid opaque colours. I've got another one here. Seems to be all lots of reds. Don't know why they gave us all these reds. Then we've got this one here called Dragon Fruit Dorset. Oh, Dragon Fruit Sorbet. Oh dear, right. That's an interesting colour. It's pink. Pinky colour. I don't normally wear pinky colours. And then you can push them up like that, so you just twist it from below and it pushes it up. That's the lip crayons. Do I want to keep any of those? Am I going to wear any of them? See, I don't mind that deep one. I think that deep one is nice. The first one I tried, the Plum Freeze, I don't mind that one. I'm not going to wear it today though, because I think it's too much. And also that pink colour, I don't think that's too bad either. The Dragon Fruit one. Which one was it? Yeah, this Dragon Fruit Sorbet. It's interesting because the colour on the end there doesn't seem to reflect the colour on my arm. I just want to put it on again. Yeah, that's what the colour's like. Is that too much to go with what I'm wearing today? I'm going to keep it because I don't actually think it's a bad colour. I think I'm going to throw this one away, the cranberry, which was this one, this solid red colour here. I'm going to throw that one away and I'm going to keep the other two. Don't know about which one of those I'm going to wear. I've also got some glosses here as well. So I've got a Laura Geller Colour Luster Lip Gloss. This looks like one of those sort of multi-chrome sort of things. When you put them on, it will give all kind of different shimmers. Chances are I'm going to throw this away because God knows how long this has been around. So that's what it does on my hand. Can you see that? It's giving all kinds of gloss things going on there. And then we've got this one here, which is Laura Geller 50 Kisses Lip Locking Liquid Colour. This is a very standard kit kind of colour, which everybody, this is what they call a sort of typical universal colour, kind of colours we get in beauty boxes. Right, so let's see. Can you see? That's that colour there. And I absolutely hate it. That's horrible. Right, so that's been thrown away. Right, okay. What am I going to do with lips then? I don't know what to do with my lips. I keep dropping stuff. What am I going to do with lips? I think I am going to put on the dragon fruit, but I'm going to do a lip liner first. So let me do a lip liner. Old Mac, chestnut, let's do that first. This is like my comforter. It'll make anything look decent. We put this deep brown lip liner on. Okay, got that on, and I think I'm just going to try this dragon fruit. It's probably going to be too bright for what I'm doing, but for today's purposes, it's just to show me decluttering my Laura Geller box. How much decluttering I've actually done, I don't know. So let's have a look. It's alright. I'm going to put some of this gloss on it as well. I'm probably going to get told off by loads of people in the comments that I shouldn't be wearing a gloss that's been around for God knows how many years. But I think that is it. Oh no, I've got some other things in here as well. I've got highlighter things in here. So I have got this baked, remember this used to be the standard highlighter you would get in a QVC. Oh, for God's sake. This is like the standard highlighter you used to get back in the days before they started doing shimmery highlights, and I tried using this. I didn't like it at all. So it's like that, and then God, my hand's covered in swatches here, but that's what it's like. I'm throwing that away because that's just no good for me whatsoever. Then we've got one here called Baked Highlighter in Sunset Glow. That one there. To Sunset Glow. It's just a typical sort of goldy highlighter for me. Not sure about that. Then we've got, oh yes, this was the first highlighter from Laura Geller. I think this is the first highlighter I ever tried, and I kind of fell in love with the ideas of highlighters. So this is Gilded Honey, which is one of the original highlighters for me, and I just remember I really used to enjoy wearing this. No, especially when I first started doing highlighters, as I said. So this is Gilded Honey. And if I'm going to wear a gold highlighter, this is probably the one I'm going to put on, to be honest. So I used to just really like that. I'm looking at it now and sort of think, yeah, boring. But this is the highlighter that did it for me. This was Diamond Dust. And I'm sure this one had its viral moment as well back in the day. I loved it. It was just a whole multi-chrome sort of thing going on here, like that lip gloss. So this is what it looks like. Diamond Dust, and this is what it used to do. I used to love it because that all kind of pinky thing going on there. I loved all of that. So I'm going to put some of this on. I'm going to put some of that on because it's just fun. Okay, that's a little bit too much, but you get the idea. Put a little bit under my brow. A little bit on my nose, a little bit there. Just a little bit, you don't need a lot. A little bit on the cupid's bow. Do people still do this on the cupid's bow? Well, people stop doing that now. Probably stopped doing it, and I'm still doing it because I'm old. But yeah, I like that. So I think that's kind of like my finished look with my Laura Geller going on here. So yeah, and I've got a couple of brushes in here. So this is the top that I just used a minute ago. This is a this is a Morphe brush. So what's that doing in here? I think I kept it in here to apply the foundation. Right, so what have I kept in the end? Let's have a look. Right, so this is the finished look with all the Laura Geller. This is how we're looking at the moment. So as a foundation, as a primer, I put on the, what did I put on? Where is it? I put on the Oil Control Under Makeup Primer. Yep, and I also decided to keep the hydrating one and the under makeup one. So these are the three primers I am keeping. I know I didn't do much of a declutter, but I am keeping all of those. If there was one I could throw away, it's probably the hydrating one, because the chances of me using it are very slim. But sometimes, especially if a makeup foundation is drying in winter, I could probably do it. I don't know. Should I throw this one away? Because the chances of me wearing it is so slim. Considering half this stuff's been sitting here for years already. I'm going to keep it, and then the next time I do one of these, I might throw it away then. Right, so there's that. So I've kept these three primers, but the Oil Control one is the one I used today, and it felt nice, so it's all good. Foundations, I had two here, so I've got them on my face, two different colours, but they both look good as far as I'm concerned now that I've settled in. So we have got the Baked and Balance Brighten, the Laura Geller Baked, Balance and Brighten Powder Foundation. This is like the famous product from them. And on this side is Toffee, which is kind of a more warmer colour, a little bit more depth in the colour. And this is the Deep, which was the original darkest colour they had. Because originally with Laura Geller there was only like 5 shades. Like there was like fair, light, medium, dark. It wasn't many. And then over time she's created more shades in between. So we've got that. That's the Deep. That's the original. And that's the Toffee. So Deep, Toffee. You can hardly tell now, really, can you, on my face, because they've both sort of settled into my face. So there you go. Then I've got on blushes. So I've kept 3 blushes. So the blushes I've kept were the Balance and Brighten Fruit Punch. Then I've got the berry, and then I've got the cherry custard. And I think it was a cherry custard I put on my cheeks. That's what I've got on. So all 3 blushes. They stand well. Oh, I also used the concealer. This concealer is the real deal concealer. You don't need a lot. And to me, this is the original concealer. It does the job. Proper concealer, but it's very drying. So if your skin is drying, it's probably not the one to use. I don't know if she's come out with a more hydrating one since I purchased this. Again, I haven't kept up with the whole Laura Geller thing at all, so I wouldn't be surprised if there's a more hydrating one that's come out since, because this one is very drying, but it is proper concealer. It does the job. And I've got the one here in shade Deep, so that's what I've got all under my eyes. And I've used it as a brightener because it is much lighter than my skin tone, so it's perfect as a brightener for me. Then I've got on eyeshadow. It was a different brand I put on. I had some eyeliners, So I've kept two, and the eyeliners were from Brown Eyed Girl. The eyeliners were Incredible Waterproof Gel Eyeliner. So there's a Brown Eyed Girl, which I could probably put on if I wanted a much more natural look. It doesn't show up, but it does give a little bit of something to your eyes. If you really want to do a no makeup look, this would probably work on sort of deep skin tones as a no makeup look eyeliner. And then I've got the black on, and these eyeliners are really nice, very creamy, applies beautifully, it just glides across the eyes, which is something those of us who are older, who have got drier skin around our eyes, more crepey, we want something that can just go across smoothly without the jumping and having to pull our eyelids back, because our eyes are a little bit more drier and crepey. This formula is very creamy and nice. So we've got the Blackbird, I think it was called, and the Brown Eyed Girl. So I'm keeping both of those. Lipsticks, I had various lipsticks, lip glosses, so I kept this lip gloss, which was like a multi-chrome one, and it's called Colour Luster Lip Gloss. And again, I'm probably going to get told off for keeping it because I've had this for years, but I've got that on top of the lipstick I've got on now. You got a lipstick here, which is, I have no idea what it's called. Oh, wait a minute. It's just called Vanilla. That's lipstick, very neutral, very, very, very neutral. It's one of those that came in a kit, and it would work on all skin tones. It would actually work on my skin tone as well, with the appropriate lip liner. And then I kept two of the lip crayons as well. And the one I'm wearing today, which it doesn't look like it, but the one I'm wearing today is this one, which was the Dragon Fruit Sorbet, because that's what the colour should be, but it's very pinky on me. So that's what I've got on. And then highlighters, I did keep highlighters. I kept the Gilded Honey, but I'm now thinking about it. I think I'm going to throw it away because I really don't wear highlighters like I used to. But at the same time, if I'm going to wear a gold highlighter, this is the one I'd probably go for compared to all the other ones I receive in my beauty boxes. I'm going to keep it because I think this is the one I prefer. Then we've got the Sunset Glow, which was really nice. And then my favourite one, which is the Diamond Dust Illuminator, which is like a multi-chrome one, which kind of gives a pinky, goldy, all sorts of colours. That's what I've got on my cheeks at the moment. Yeah, and that's it. And I did have a mascara. I've thrown that away, and there was a Laura Geller buffing brush which you could use with the powders, which I didn't realise I had because I would have used that. It's not completely dense, but it'll do the job, as in it will dust on the foundation for you, so that's all good. And I've got another brush here which is interesting. Got another brush here. Is this Laura Geller? Yeah, it's a Laura Geller brush. Not used, brand new. Not sure what I'd use this for actually. I wonder if that came with because I used to have a liquid foundation from Laura Geller as well, which I think I threw away some time back. So I'm not quite sure what I'd use this brush for, but got this brush as well. So that's it. That's my Laura Geller box, little declutter. I didn't throw away that much, but there you go. That's where I am. That's where I am now with the Laura Geller. So there you go, guys. What do you think? What do you think? I think this looks alright. I think it looks nice. It looks okay. I look ready for summer, don't I? So I think this is okay. But you guys, I know you'll let me know down below. Please let me know your honest opinion, but be nice, be kind. Yeah, none of that rudeness. I'm seeing too much of that on YouTube these days. So be nice, be respectful. There's a way to give constructive criticism without being mean. There is a way. I had to block a couple of people recently because some of the comments are left was like, oh, come on. I'm not one of your 20-year-olds here. I'm a big woman now. No need for those kind of insults. So I just blocked them. But yeah, there you go. I think this looks alright. Yeah? The next one of these videos will be the Colourpop. Yep, so I'll do a declutter of my Colourpop collection. All right, I hope you enjoy this. Take care. See you soon. Bye.